You need to stay until the end of the video if you guys want to see some of the best custom shiny Pokemon. In today's video, I'm going to go over 15 suggestions from you guys in my Discord. If you guys want to be able to suggest some Pokemon like these guys, stop right now and join my Discord. The link is in the top of the description. Let's jump straight into the first one where Craig has suggested Buzzwole in a purple and green. Now, I found the perfect purple really quickly, which really benefited how fast I can go through this. It's now all about isolating the parts I want to turn green. So going through that, I thought I would want to do the chest, and then I do quickly stop that. I want to go for the little bubbles on everywhere other than the chest, as I think that would work best, including the wings. So after I isolate all of them, it's time to find the perfect green color that's going to suit Buzzwole. Now Buzzwole does have some green in it originally. Do I want to go for that green? I went for a dull one, and then I do change my mind and go for a bit of a brighter one. I think Buzzwole turned out quite nicely. Moving on to the next suggestion, another one from Craig, Gholdengo with platinum and silver. Now this was quite hard to do considering Gholdengo is only a single color, so I did try to play around with some of the effects. It really did not work. I did like that though, I did like the texture on him, but in the end I just basically had to turn the saturation down. So call me lazy if you want. This one was an epic fail. I couldn't do much with Gholdengo, unfortunately. Moving on to the next one, we got Palafin, another one from Craig. Palafin in black and yellow. I instantly found a really nice yellow for Palafin, and I decided to turn all the white bits like blackish because I think that will benefit the color scheme, make it pop a bit more. I then find a nice black that I'm going to go for. I do leave the top of the fin and change the eyes because I like the top of the fin being white. It's less noticeable, and if you're trying to be like a shark or a dolphin in the sea, you don't want to be noticed. I go for the pink eyes. Now we've got Nita, Vespiquen, orange and blue. I thought Vespiquen has a nice orange, but let's change the whole body type and get that blue in there. I found a really nice blue, and I want to play around with this because I mean, bees go in hives and Vespiquen is a queen bee, so let's play around with some of the layers. Let's get this blue, this brighter blue that I've got going on. Let's see what orange we can turn that to and maybe see if we can make that pop a little. I found this bright, lovely orange that really complemented the blue. I'm going to change two of the little hives and just around Vespiquen's head and get that darker orange in there. I think that looks incredible. This is just my opinion, and let me know you guys' favorite down in the comment, but watch until the end to see all of them. Cupcake the Pitbull going for a golden black shiny Mew. Okay, now I think this could be really well done. If I can isolate the tail from the body, I can actually play around with this and get some of the best colors you can see popping against each other. Black and gold. Everyone loves a bit of black and gold. Why not suggest it? Come and join the Discord and suggest what Pokemon you want to see. I have a separate channel for suggestions, and we managed to isolate the tail and turn that black. I then get quite a nice gold, not too yellowy. I do end up changing it because I wasn't happy with this, and I go for a bit of a darker, bit nicer, bit better gold in my opinion. Next up we've got, this one was really hard, Celesteela from Nita, pink and red. So I found quite a nice pink for Celesteela's body, but there's a lot of similar colors, so isolating it would have been incredibly hard to do. So I decide, let's isolate the engines that make Celesteela fly and turn them into a nice bright red. See what that does, see if we can actually do anything with that. I do end up isolating them and going for a bit of a brighter red. This was another fail in my books, a bit like the Gholdengo, but it worked. It's a bit better than Gholdengo in my opinion. Moving on, we got Absol. Absol is incredible in a yellow and blue. So I just decide, let's get this ticked off. Let's go isolate the Absol's darker blue bits from the white fur and see what we can do with that. So while I'm isolating this, I'm thinking, what should I do with the rest of it? Like, it's going to be hard to change white into like a bluish, and I don't know how I'm actually going to go ahead and do that because I'm not a digital artist. I'm just playing around with some colors, having a play around on Photoshop because I am a graphic designer and I do know what I'm doing on that side. I get a nice yellow. I'm going to then separate that from yeah, from the rest of it and go for the bright blue saturation, but I decided that's not what I want to do. I want to do this one properly. So let's make a whole new layer, color it in blue, epically failed the first time, do it a second time and change that, change the opacity, get it to a nicer blue that I want, make it darker, and Absol in a yellow and blue looks incredible. Another one from Niter, Iron Moth, black and magenta. Now this is similar to magenta, a bit more on the purple side of things, but magenta you can't go wrong with. Black is just such a popular colorway, so if you guys want to see some more black shiny Pokemon or just black Pokemon in general, join the Discord now. I play around with the body and I'm not getting too far with the body. I found this really nice magenta-y purple that works. I'm going to change a bit like what I did with Vespiquen, change some of the wings, or I wouldn't even call them wings, change some of the floaty things around Iron Moth to a darker black color, see if that complements it, and it really does. I then want to go for this green. I'm not a fan of this green on it, it's just out of place and not needed to be there, and I'm going to go for the black in that, and also for the white. I don't think it needs to be there, so let's change that down to another black. I think this worked out really well. Let me know what you guys think. My favorite one from Niter, Spiritomb in a white and yellow. So I want to keep the rock relatively similar to what it was, because it's a rock and not really part of the Pokemon, but also part of the Pokemon. I find this really bright, nice yellow, and I then go back because I don't know if I want to stick with that. I want to isolate the purple bits from it. I want to get rid of the rock, keep the rock as close to brown as possible, and find a similar yellow, but not that exact yellow. I now want to change that green over to the white side of things because that's what he suggested and that's what I'm going to go for. I do find this middle ground where it's a bit on the darker side, a bit on the lighter side, and I think that worked incredible. Now we're on to some of the bigger and better suggestions. We got Johnny changing Leafeon to orange and pink, Glaceon to hot pink and purple, and Flareon to black and blue. So let's start off with Flareon here. I want to go for a nice bright blue. I do end up changing that in the future, but let's isolate this fur because we need this fur to be as dark as possible, but not pitch black. Let's lower that saturation and get that, and then the blue didn't suit it, so I do end up going for that darker blue like I said. Now it's time to move on to Glaceon. Glaceon does look incredible. I love Glaceon's color scheme and he wants hot pink, so let's get hot pink for him. I'm now going to isolate all the face because the face just was not really working with it, and I found the hot pink I want for like the little tips of it. I just now need to change that color to like a purple, which I end up going for like kind of Gengar's purple or really dark purple. Nothing else really worked for Glaceon unfortunately, but I just missed that little bit on the leg, so let's change that. And I'm now going to find that perfect purple that I was looking for. So I'm happy with Glaceon. I found that hot pink and purple and they work well. Now we're on to Leafeon, which he wanted like pink and orange, and I fell in love with that cherry blossom pink on the leaves. But because it was like blended in, it was really hard to get rid of the like blue bits of it and keep it orange. I tried to like duplicate the image, separate it. I ended up going back on that and just sticking with the like cherry blossom leaves because this just was not working for me. I really tried, so no. I'm just going to go back to the cherry blossom leaves and try and isolate the body and some of the other blue bits. Not quite all the merges, but this did take quite a while to manage to separate this all and get these colors to where I was happy with them and where I think Johnny will be happy with them as well. Also the viewers, you guys, I would like you guys to not hate on me. But as I said, if you guys do have any suggestions of your own, let me know. See, even changing the color there, I kind of got some of the cherry blossom ear in, which I do not want. So let's try and select all of this blue. I want to get rid of all of the blue possible, and I don't want it to be too close to Leafeon's normal colors, which I could have done a lot easier. So after finally getting all of that blue ticked off, I then go to that orange. I go back to the base form and see how that I miss two of the little leaves. So let's tick them back off and go back into that. As I said, I don't want it to be the exact same orange, so I do end up changing the saturation a little bit, going for that color scheme, and I think it worked out a lot better. I went for a bit of a brighter orange, I would say, quite a bit of a nicer orange that complemented the cherry blossom and added a bit of purple. Next up we got Skull with the Generation 9 starters swapping colours. They wanted Skeldorage to be Meowscarada, Meowscarada to be Quaquaval, and Quaquaval to be Skeldorage. So I jumped straight into Skeldorage because I found this really nice green that was Meowscarada's green. It already had the white and I just changed the flames on it to be a darker green like Meowscarada's additional parts like the face mask for the magician, and I really like that. I then changed some of the additionals to be pink like Meowscarada's little necklace type thing, and it's time to move on to Quaquaval, who needs Skeldorage's colours. And I kind of forgot what Skeldorage looked like because I can see it green there. I then add Skeldorage so I can play around with this, and I actually really like that orange or red that I kind of found. I just need to change all of the pink bits, change all of them turquoise bits, see if I can get them to a nice orange like the flame, and I did that really easily, really nicely. I think Quaquaval's colours were really underrated. As a graphic designer, when I look at them, I thought that is quite dull, but actually manipulating them, it worked out really well, and I thought I'm going to give Quaquaval another try. I never actually used it in the games. Quaxley just didn't appeal to me. We then go for that white on where all the pink was, but I did leave a little bit of pink on the head. Now we need to change Meowscarada. Meowscarada is kind of a tricky one because it's really dark colours and Quaquaval is quite bright colours. So I'm going to isolate some of the little bits like the face mask, see what I can actually do with that, because I'm kind of in that position now where I'm stuck. I need to isolate it to get to the colours that I need. So I realised when changing this Pokemon is literally a furry, and I kind of regret using it for my first playthrough, but kind of don't, because Meowscarada with Flower Trick was just broken. We do manage to get it to quite a nice turquoisey blue, similar to what Quaquaval is, and then we want to change some of the other colours, like them yellow little bits sticking out, because obviously I just changed the whole colour, not just little bits of it. I just want to get all of them little yellow bits, get them over to like a nice light blue, and I think I'm going to have to skip out on the orange, because yeah, the orange just wasn't going to work with this. I could have changed the body to a little bit of orange, but I decided to just go for the blue colour. And let me know what you guys think about all of these down below in the comments. Don't forget to join the Discord and suggest your own Pokemon, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.